discretion is advised.
Baraboo, Wisconsin. Population 12,000. Just 15 miles south of the water park capital of the world, Wisconsin Dells. This quiet town is part of circus history. Every stop has a story, but there is one place in particular that rings king. That is the Al Ringling Mansion, former home of Al Ringling of the world-famous Ringling Brothers Circus. Tonight, we invite you to join us as we investigate and come be a part of the supernatural investigation crew as we go on this journey we call the Ringling Circus.
No, I don't wanna miss out, so the mission is to dip out. What's your status? What's the damage? I'm about to flip out. Get the Uber, hit the nene, I'm about to whip out. Go drive me fucking crazy, just thinking of being left out. So grab another solo and tag me in those photos. No filters, no fillers, my crew looks so killer.
So what are you hoping to accomplish tonight?
Seeing what's out there, you know? I don't disbelieve, but I've never seen anything.
Yeah.
Everybody going up, everybody going up. If you trying to turn it up, I can turn it down. I'm afraid of missing out, afraid of missing out. I'm 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 afraid of missing out. I can't stand sitting and waiting. The clock keep ticking, rotating. So if you wishing you wasting, stop, go and get it and take it. No sense in stressing, regretting. So just forgive and forget it. It only hurts if you let it, and it gets worse by the second. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
One more. There we go.
No pressure.
Woo! 2 for 2.
623. Al Ringling Mansion. Oh yeah. Hour and 53 minutes.
If you trying to turn it up, I can turn it down. I'm afraid of missing out, afraid of missing out. I'm 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 afraid of missing out.
They've arrived. Welcome to the mansion. Oh, we're locked.
Sorry, we're not getting any tours.
Yeah.
Darn it!
Hi, I'm Joe.
I'm Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Matt.
How you doing, Matt? Pleasure.
Good. You too. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Joe, pleasure. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, make yourself at home.
I'm Tim Kepler, this is my co-host Aaron Shriver, and tonight we take you through the Al Ringling Mansion. Welcome to In the Shadows, the Ringling Circus. All right, I'm here with Joe Colossa, one of the owners of the Al Ringling Mansion. He's taken us through the house room by room, and now we are in the library. Is there anything you can tell us about any sort of activity that you've seen happen here or heard happen here?
Sure, and then I want to talk about the room a little bit too. So
Definitely.
not only was this the library, but also Al would use this as his office. So he spent a lot of time in here Also, the Ringlings, they would get together and discuss business, and more times than not, they would meet in this room. So,
Okay.
a lot of activity for the Ringling family took place in here. So, especially business.
Definitely.
So what's your whole take on the place?
I mean, it's a beautiful house with a lot of history, but it's definitely not a negative place. It just feels
Like there's presence or energy
yeah, it
here?
doesn't feel empty here. I mean, clearly it's not because it's lived in, but
Yeah.
there's heavy energy in some places here.
Feeling any pressure? Do you want to stand up?
Ooh. Weird.
Turn off your light. We'll be right here.
Something keeps touching my things.
Okay. You feeling any energy in that?
I feel a sharp pain in my back.
Yeah?
It's like a side stitch that you get when you're running, only it's right in the middle of my back. I think we'll come back.
Here we are in the billiards room, the proverbial man cave, as it were, in the Ringling Mansion. And Joe's going to tell us a little bit about some of the pieces in here, or give us a couple stories.
Sure. The table that's here is not Al Ringling's. Of course, we hope someday that his comes home. But in the meantime, the Ringling family has graciously loaned us his brother Henry's table.
Okay.
It's from the 1890s. It's a Brunswick. And then you have the chandelier that shines down on that table. That is the original chandelier. We're told it's Tiffany. And then, of course, the room is surrounded by a beautiful mural that's supposed to be of the Dutch countryside, original to Al's time. And we have a lot of pieces in this room. This room is kind of becoming the Hall of History.
Yeah.
So, and
Definitely. I noticed a lot of cool pieces in here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
there'll be
interested
more
to hear about
coming in.
them,
You know, the circus train's here temporarily, so there'll be more display cases going in there and stuff. But the story I'd like to talk about is earlier this year, my 10-year-old daughter was giving a tour to some of her friends when these train lights, specifically this one right here, these belong to the Ringlings, and this train light started to vibrate and the light was flashing. And what's interesting about that is, number one, the case is locked.
Right, nothing but a crack in it, right.
Oh yeah, number two, when we opened it up and we checked the light, there's no battery in the light, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
So, as you can imagine, it freaked my daughter and her friends out pretty good, so.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and then we've had some other little things that have happened in here in our ghost tours. Some people say sometimes they get touched in this room and things like that. Maybe they'll touch your shoulder or something like that, so.
Yeah, this is a great room. A lot of cool pieces. A lot of history in here.
That's her there. It's the last professional photo taken of her. That's Lou.
Thanks, Luke.
Yep. And she's in the house all the time. You know, I think some of our spirits come and go. She's here all the time. You always pick up Lou.
I feel something in here, but I don't know what yet. Oh.
Goosebumps?
No. Felt something. I don't know if it was a breeze or a touch.
Right by the piano or the organ?
Mm-hmm. My hand is like right here.
You tried touching the organ?
What?
Did you touch the organ?
No.
No.
I don't know if it was a breeze or light. graze. My arm hair might be long enough for you to actually check. That's what I felt. I wanted to see if there was an orb near there.
Just go back just a little bit. Keep an eye out. You pull up your arm.
What's on that table there? Look at this.
Well, there is glass there.
Okay.
Oh, but there's something moving.
Yeah, there is just probably a reflection.
Whoa!
It's a little reflection.
No, that was cool. Did you see that?
That's a reflection.
That's no reflection. It's waving on the
It's
wood.
not on the grass or on the glass. It's on
Look
the
at that. Now watch.
Yeah,
that could be a
it
reflection.
might just be a shadow.
As funky as it looks.
I'm trying to watch by your arm here.
Yeah, he doesn't touch me, but right there.
So Sarah just said that she felt something on her arm after touching near here. I used the EMF detector, and then when I put it right by the picture, ooh, whoa, whoa. Is it my phone? It's my phone. It's my phone.
You pull your arm off.
I thought I heard something.
I heard
I was on something, and then I went like this. I've been going around the whole floor, nothing's happening.
Yeah, that's what he
The whole
did.
floor, nothing's happening, and then I go by that picture and I put it down and it starts going off.
What?
He said he went by this picture and it started going off over here.
By her old picture.
What's that going on?
Wow, I got like
EMF.
cold in here. Did anybody get like a goosebumps?
No.
I put it just like that and I was reading like crazy, but there had been my phone in my pocket, so I took it out and now I'm gonna try again. But
Is that her?
Mm-hmm. That's the last picture of her.
Yeah, I got some, dude.
so all I can say is
Is
that
that you?
happened right after, right after you had your arm thing, and I thought, well, let me just give it a couple seconds and see.
You can ask her to show us on there if that is
Dude,
her.
I got like goosebumps when I came in here.
They said that, and I feel a breeze. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I feel colder in this room than
Right
the other.
here.
Yeah, I
Which
got
is
like.
where my arm felt it. Maybe there is. a
I
breeze.
seriously, yeah, there might be like.
I feel cooler in here for sure. But
Oh,
they were
maybe
telling me
that.
about Lou's bedroom that sometimes if you like put the pillow up like presentable, like instead of down on the bed, every once in a while you come back in and they're back down again. So I'm gonna head up and just lean them up against that door and see if we can find anything.
I mean, I got it on camera.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Although I'm slightly convinced. I thought it might have been this cord, but not getting anything there. You know, depending on whether they leave it or not, I had it by my pocket and it was going off like crazy too, so it could have just been my phone.
All right, we're here in Al Ringling's bedroom, back with Joe. He's going to tell me a little bit about the room and activity and stuff like that he's experiencing here.
This was Al Ringling's bedroom. This is where the man slept, and also, unfortunately, where the man passed away. He actually passed away in his tub in the bathroom that's right here.
Okay.
And he suffered from Bright's disease, which is a disease of the kidneys.
Okay.
So one morning he was taking an Epsom salt bath and relaxing. That helped him with his kidneys, and he expired in his tub. So,
Wow.
and that happened on January 1st, 1916, typically the day that the Ringling brothers would begin their meetings for their new season
Oh,
of the
wow.
circus. So, yeah, that kind of threw a curveball into their plans, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So,
most definitely.
yeah, so bedroom set that's in here is not Al's original bedroom set, but the rocking chair is supposed to be Al's. And the reason it's pointed towards that window is because across the way is the Al Ringling Theater. Al had that built in 1915 at the cost of about $100,000. And he was very ill, so especially towards the end of when they were finishing the theater.
Yeah.
So it's said that he would often sit in this rocking chair looking out that window across the way at the theater while they finished work on it. So as far as experiences in here, there have been some odd things that have happened in here, but nothing, ironically, really major for this room.
Okay.
Sometimes people come into the room, mediums and so on, and they'll sense him being here. Sometimes the rocking chair will rock, that sort of stuff.
Phenomenal. Awesome.
Yeah.
I did have one more question actually
Sure.
about the tub.
Yeah.
Is that the original tub in there?
That is the original tub.
Wow. Looks
Yeah.
like we'll have to check that out later.
cologne?
There's no door on it. Let me see if it closes it.
Does anyone else smell?
Does it slide?
Do you smell cologne?
Mm-hmm.
She smells
Does
cologne.
anyone else smell it? It's gone.
What the fuck? That was.
What?
Huh? Mine's playing weird tricks on me.
Your eyes?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
When the shadow from the light, I thought I saw a woman in white. But it was in the corner of my eye, so it was definitely the light.
Yeah, we had to tear them.
Hey, Matt, you got a copy?
Yeah.
How's the camera look pointed at the bathtub here?
I got the entire bathtub in the picture. Hey Tim, if you're going to stay in there for a little bit, just another reminder that is the original tub, the tub that you got in.
Yeah, I mentioned that when I was talking into the camera, but thanks for the reminder. Alright. Yeah. Just close that. I got a timer on the recorder.
Looks like Tim's going to spend some time in Al's tub.
And here I am, sitting in Al Ringling's deathbed.
I did feel something behind me earlier. I was telling Luke about it. Felt like something kind of tried to pull something out of my pocket. Right behind me in the exact same room. Very eerie.
Al, are you in here with me right now? Al, if you're in here with me, can you give me a sign? Can you show me that you're here? Can't believe a man died in the bathtub 100 years ago. Almost exactly. Right?
I don't like that noise. Just heard a crazy noise right behind me. It almost sounded as if somebody was kind of walking around right by it. Sounded like footsteps. Definitely some creaks in the floorboard. Big time willies. Whew. Big time willies. Oh, shivers.
Al, are you here with me now? Is there anyone in here with me at the moment? Yeah, I'm not getting anything. I think I'm going to come down. It's been 16 minutes and I haven't got anything, so I'm going to head down. Now here we are in Lou's bedroom. As you can see behind me, the portrait hanging above us, like she's watching over us right now. And I actually had a question about, could you kind of explain a little bit why maybe they would have separate bedrooms?
Yeah, I mean, that typically was a thing from the period back then, especially if folks were wealthy, because the wealthy were the ones that could afford to do that. And they say that they slept better, and so, you know, I'm sure when there was time that they needed to be intimate, they could do what they had to do. But they, you know, they like to sleep in separate rooms.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what's nice is you got the little corridor here that connects the rooms. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about some experiences that you've had in here as far as...
Yeah, I mean, we had one recently. We just had one about 2 weeks ago. I was coming through the parlor with my daughters, And my youngest daughter, Emily, said, "Daddy, look, the rocking chair," and the rocking chair was rocking. And we could see it from the parlor here. And no sooner did we walk in this direction where it just stopped. So, you know, I mean, you bump into something, it takes a little while.
Right.
You know, this was like
Which is
somebody's
kind of
like, ooh, we've been caught, we better
Right.
stop. So,
Kind of just a dead stop.
yeah, so that happened, and then, I don't know, when you come in this room, you can feel the electricity.
Most definitely, yeah.
So, it's probably one of our more active rooms. You know, mediums enjoy this room. And my partner with the place actually comes to visit quite often, and he would stay in this room. And I believe it was the first night he stayed in here, which he didn't talk about this experience for almost a year, I believe it was. But he had an amazing experience, so maybe you might want to talk to him a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. We've got Donald here, actually, Joe's partner. And yeah, if you want to tell us a little about your experience that you had.
And Don Horowitz from New York, and I come up to visit and work with the activities on the mansion maybe 6 times a year. And I had to pick a bedroom to sleep in, so it was like, well, let me try Lou's. So I'm actually in bed and aware of possibility of spirits or ghosts or whatever. And I'm just in bed, and you can have a little bit of light, and next thing I know, right, just coming out by the bathroom is a woman, and she's just looking at me. And I was like, okay, maybe this is Lou. I didn't say anything to her, but it was like, I'm not quite having a staring contest, but it was at least 30, 40 seconds, and then I honestly just turned over and went the other way. But she was there. And one other time, not in this room, but I was sleeping in the red room, and I heard the stairs creaking. And that was going on for a long time, meaning whatever it takes to go up or down the stairs. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and it was like step by step. Not that you would hear footsteps, but you'd hear the actual stairs creak. And I asked Joe, and the only people in the house were me and Joe. I said, Joe, did you go downstairs last night? He said, no. And I said, well, I heard somebody either coming up or down, and it went on as long as it would have taken somebody to go up or down that staircase.
Wow.
So I had those two were experiences, and it may have been 6 months apart.
Yeah, wow.
So those were two things that made me a believer, actually.
Definitely.
It really did.
Thank you for sharing those experiences with us. It sounds like we've got a lot of activity happening up here on the second floor, which we're going to definitely get into later on in the show.
Wow, that was cool.
Go through there.
Whatever the hell that was. Something just came here and kind of sailed right through here and then quickly picked up speed.
You're good.
And it didn't look completely round.
Yeah, give me a second. We'll take a peek at it. I was trying to get my camera back to my.
Reflection.
There's something going on. Ooh. And wow. It was just right in here too, like super bright. Yeah, it was 30 seconds ago. 45 seconds ago. Kind of comes down from Lou's picture, kind of goes this way, and then it comes this way and picks up speed. I don't know if it was like exactly like that, but it was enough that it was interesting. Different.
You guys catch anything good besides me looking at the camera?
No, we're seeing some
Yeah.
orb movements and
Lou's room
Okay,
is
cool.
spooky.
Yeah, that's real slow.
About 40 seconds, 124.40. Maybe right about.
Yeah, there it is.
So
Right
you're
here.
38, and then it slows down, and it's not even round.
No, it starts just with the distorting of the picture right across, and then.
Yeah, and the picture was acting up even like 10 seconds before that.
Yeah, I see
Which
like
is
that,
really
like
weird.
it's almost like that Mylar
See it?
effect or what they
Yeah, on
call
the
it.
bottom of it, there's something moving around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so it should be coming up here in about 3 seconds. Yeah, right here, traveling across.
I just saw it come up towards the
Down.
photo too.
Just look, you can kind of see all kinds of distortions up there.
Yeah.
What's this over here?
She's in that room.
Feel my arm. Yeah. Got goosebumps on it, I think. Is she in here right now?
It's heavy in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some goosebumps on when I walked in here, for sure.
There was one that just came of Sarah's head. Do you see that orb? Holy moly.
Okay, the camera changes.
Right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right across her
That
face.
was cool. That come out
Yeah,
of
that was
nowhere.
Where's Matt?
He's downstairs. Why?
Because he said he got a headache and my head's.
Yeah, he said he got a headache when he came in this room.
My head is starting to pound
That was coming.
very badly.
Luke, can you show us a sign that you're here with us?
Is that you knocking?
In the bathroom.
It's coming from.
The bathroom.
Lou, tap 2 for yes and 1 for no. Can you hear us? Are you upset that I'm in your bed right now?
Is that them? What's it? I didn't even go in that other room. Were you guys just in there?
He was just a couple minutes ago.
Okay. Okay.
Why was
We just heard knocking on the other side.
Knocking? You didn't knock on anything, did you?
I knock on it, I know.
It could have been me sitting up. Well, maybe not.
No, it was like knocking on the wall.
Like,
Yeah.
No, yeah, we were not knocking.
no, we didn't knock on anything.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Activity. One of my favorite things, one of my favorite stories I like to talk about is giving a tour one day with a couple. And I was standing right over there, looking in this direction, and you could see the mirror. We're talking about a wagon that was here. It wasn't this particular one. And in the mirror, you could see what looked like Al Ringling going out the front doors of the house.
Really?
Yeah, you could see the high white collar, side of the mustache, black suit.
Wow.
Clear as day in the mirror. And when I turned and looked at the lady that was on the tour, her jaw was just on the floor. She's like, "Do you have people working in here in old-fashioned clothing?" It's like, "No, what did you see?" And she described the same thing that I did, so she also saw it. No sound whatsoever.
Yeah.
So.
Is that something that happens often, or is that like a once in a...
No, that particular thing was a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a while, your peripheral vision, you see what you think is movement.
Catch something out of the
Yeah,
corner,
you
right?
might see a dress going around a corner. Or,
Okay.
You know, so there's definitely oddball things. And then another thing I want to talk about in the room is the Masonic chair. This is supposed to be Al Ringling's Masonic chair. He made it to the 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite, and he was given this chair by the Baraboo Elks, the Baraboo Masons, and the chair, we've had it looked at, we believe the chair is from the 15th century. And what's really interesting about it is when a woman sits in the chair, she tends to feel uncomfortable in the chair. She
Really?
feels like she's being pushed out of the chair. And not always, but often women also feel ill when they sit in this chair. So it's kind of a
So a lot of something tied to this chair.
Something going on with
Yeah,
this chair. So
definitely.
we have mediums that come in the house that feel uncomfortable with it and so on. So.
I need to ask some questions and see if they will use the EMF detector to respond.
Is there anybody with us in here? Any questions you can think of? If there's anybody with us, can you use this to communicate with us? What is this called? Oh, okay. If there's anybody with us, can you use the EMF detector to communicate with us?
Al? I felt you in here earlier. We know a lot of business took place here. We just want to see if you're still present. Can you move the lights on the EMF detector in Luke's hand?
You want to go see what that was?
Trying to look through the camera. Make sure you don't trip over anything. What the fuck was that?
I'm here in the red room, and I figured I'd take a few moments because we don't have any cameras in this room. So I'm just sitting here, giving it a feel. We've been told that that chair has been known to move.
Make sure you don't trip over anything.
Oh, I was vacuuming in Lou's room during the day, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a kid come around the corner and run into the red room, and I swear it was one of my kids. And I went in there to see what they were doing. There's nobody there. Oh my God! Jesus!
Oh my
Christ.
What happened?
There's a lot of weight on this table. It doesn't have a fifth leg, and I was leaning on it. It just collapsed.
Not much, but table breaking in the room right behind me. About 1.5 feet, 2 feet behind me. Pretty creepy. Don't know what the cause was. I don't think the leaning or the weight was enough to really set it off, so.
Alright, here we are up in the attic at the Ringling Mansion. We're going to do a little last-ditch effort type thing here, wait up here about 10-15 minutes, see if we can get any reactions, catch anything, and then we're about to wrap. Oh shit, there's a couple of them. Oh, it's fucking freezing.
Is it cold?
What's that?
You cold up here?
A little bit. I'm tired.
Yeah, I am too.
What's going on in that corner?
What? Yeah, what's up?
It looks like where the swing is. See that?
Yeah,
It looks like a ghost. Oh, I mean, like, ghostly.
You got a ghost?
Well, seriously, look at this. It looks
Yeah.
like a reflection of his body in that side. Up there a little further. Yeah, but it's much further. They're like just happened.
So they're going to go over in this thing to the left, and then when they come out, it starts going.
Behind them?
Like already.
Right here.
Already it kind of has.
I've been seeing
Right
stuff
there.
like that all
Right there.
Watch, on the right. When he comes out.
Right here.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's right by the swing. That's like in front of the swing.
You guys. What?
Holy God.
I don't even know what to think that
Just
is.
give it a second because.
Look at that. Oh
It
my
looks-
god.
looks
That
like a child.
kid. Oh my god.
Right on the swing. Holy God. I don't know if they have.
And it looks like they're swinging. And there it is again.
Guys, I don't know if you can copy me. Let me know.
Yeah, I got you. What's up? Oh yeah, check it out. Copy that. I'm over by the swing now. I'm gonna head back towards the doorway.
To the other side.
Try bringing the camera over there and make sure that that wasn't something that set off a glare.
And there's the swing right there. That's exactly where we saw it.
Yeah, that looks kind of like a glare from his.
Could it have been a flashlight?
I think it might be the IR.
See that?
Okay, right there. Replicate what he just did.
Yeah, just turn it.
Do it again.
Turn back and forth just
There
like you
it
just
is.
did again.
Yep, okay, it's a reflection on something.
The lens.
It's gonna come back. Yep, there it is.
Wait.
It's whenever he points the IR towards the camera.
Tell him to point the IR towards the camera.
Point your camera towards the security camera.
There.
Yeah, but it's just not. It's not. I mean,
Tell
there's
him to
something
move it a
definitely
little.
there.
Yeah, tell him to move around while doing that.
Move around while aiming towards us.
Yeah,
See that?
See? Right
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Bummer.
All right, it was your camera.
Oh yeah.
Debunked.
Yeah, but that looks creepy though.
It does.
There's been a couple things that were like that I've been like, oh my God, and then I just you figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what you gotta do.
It's up to us to whether we leave it or in.
Yeah. We'll just leave it as, oh my God, look at that, oh my God.
And then cut to commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just there.
I mean, I don't want to necessarily lie, but it's, I mean, it's a natural reaction.
Actually investigated it.
Right.
That's what we do.
We're not here to bullshit people.
Dude, when I heard the footsteps in here, it gave me straight chills for like 2 minutes straight. I could not get the hair on my arms to go down. It seriously just, it sounded like this squeaking, like right here. Over and over, and it just sounded.
What, on this ground?
Yeah.
Not like it came from upstairs?
No, it was right here. It was in this room with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was watching it, and I was talk, stop, I walked, and it seriously was like that.
Wait, no way.
Crack, crickle, and I was like, what was that?
Was that loud?
It was that loud, yeah.
Wanted to ask you a little bit about why you decided to buy the house.
Fourth generation in the circus business. I was born and raised in the circus.
Okay.
When I was about 10 years old, I really got interested in the history of the Ringling family. Fast forward to recent times, I just finished working 14 years for the Ringling Brothers of Barnum and Bailey Circus, so it's in my blood. I was trained master for Ringling Brothers. My wife did the motorcycles and the Globe of Steel. She actually still does that every once in a while. She does and helps her family. And while we were doing that, I had been to Baraboo on a few occasions, and for circus people, this is like Jerusalem for religious people.
You can see it when you drive through town.
This is Circus Mecca. Yeah, it really is. This is where it all began, So we came to Baraboo, and we were waiting that day to go look at we call it the Yellow House, the Charles Ringling House. I point because it's in that direction. So I said to my wife, I said, we should go look at the Elks Lodge, because this was an Elks Lodge for 78 years, just for comparison, because it was a Ringling home. And so we were able to get in, we toured this house, and my wife fell in love with this house. This house was not for sale, it was an Elks Lodge. And I liked it, but the size scared me. We're not wealthy people, and also, heck, it's been an Elk Lodge for so many years, they're not going to get rid of this place, and I wouldn't have thought, So we went back on the Ringling Circus, and for a couple of weeks my wife bugged me whenever she could, hey, just call those guys, ask them if they'll sell that house, you should go for that one. Nothing against the other one. The other house is fantastic also in its own right.
But this one, for whatever reason, just really got it.
Well, if you're going to buy a place like this and you don't have a lot of money in your pocket and you got to make a place work for you, this was much better than the other one. This one is much more diversified and so on. Although the folks that bought the one that we were going to buy, they've done marvelous with it. They're great people and so on. But anyway, so I finally called, and when I called, I found out that they had actually just had a meeting and decided to actually put the house on the market. And we kind of caught it right at the right time, and I said, don't put it on the market, we're interested. And that was the beginning of 2 years of negotiating to buy the house. Well, that's where Don came in. Don's a great, shall I call you a great circus fan, lover of the circus?
It's called Circus Fan. Circus is a hobby. I've been a member of Circus Fans of America since the early 90s, and one of the conventions was up here in Baraboo. And we were doing a bus tour of some of the sites, and we just passed the Ringling Mansion. We're told we can't go in, it's a private Elks Lodge, so just take a look at the outside as we pass by. So I've known of this house since the early 90s. So all the time while Joe is negotiating and talking about this mansion, I knew of it already. And being friends with Joe and Carmen, I would visit them on the circus in different cities, and I would be in on what's going on with the Elks. Are they talking about selling? Is it on hold? Are we proceeding? So I was sort of neck and neck with Joe and Carmen with what's going on with this place.
And you got concerned. And big project.
It's a huge project to buy a home like this. But for me, I love old homes. I always loved Baraboo. I always thought about retiring up here. I have a business in New York, flower shop and greenhouse. And when Joe was talking about that this is going to become a reality and would you like to be part of it, I thought about it for a couple weeks, and then it was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a challenge. It's been fun, and it's a huge work in progress. And
pulling our hair out.
Every month is improvements. New things are done to the home, and every year we achieve some of our goals. So it's an exciting project to keep it going and to save this home for the community, and it's also on the National Historic Register.
Generations.
So I look at it, it's something for us today, and it's also for future generations as well. And all components, ultimately a bed and breakfast, the tours that we do now, the handful of ghost tours that are done here, the ballroom, Lou's ballroom, and it's just reworking an old home so that it can survive and be around for generations to come.
Tell me I should give it up, but I just wanna live it up. They tell me I should let it go, so I just wanna let them know. 'Cause I'm afraid of missing out. 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 Afraid of missing out. I'm 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 afraid of missing out.
Fuck. This cold shock is just enough to get me home.
Yeah.